Mr. Phoenix Wright and Miss Maya Fay. Somehow not quite the kind of names I'd expected to hear around here. Have you both been here long?
Yep. Must have been going 5 years now. Isn't that right, Isabella?
Oh, yes. I suppose it must be.
Say, you know what? Seeing as you're both friends of Isabella, I think we can give you guys a little something. On the house, of course.
A bread puzzle.
Wow, really?
Sure, why not? I actually just took some freshly baked walnut bread out of the oven, so...
Corso, that's what that great smell is. I bet it's delicious.
If you think the sin is good, you should see the bodies. You too, Mr. Layton. It's so good. You'll knock your hat right off.
I'd be delighted. That's most kind.
Well, that's that then. Go ahead, help yourselves.
Take that! Our bakery uses only the finest walnuts. You'll go nuts for our walnut bread.
That's great, but where are the bodies?
Now, how many times I gotta tell you, Nick? You're supposed to say, here's your order.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I don't know why, but I just get the urge to point and shout like that sometimes.
Bad, Nick, bad! You can't keep shouting at the customers like that. The boss will be all over you like butter on toast.
That's great, but where are the bodies?
They're in the bread.
That baker, he's quite a character, isn't he, Professor?
Yes, indeed. There's something curious about both of them.
Wait a second. This is kind of like that Bob's Burger crossover with Archer.
Where Archer walked in, yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a really good guy. They both seem somehow out of place in this world. Most intriguing.
My room's upstairs. We can get there from behind the counter. Feel free to take something to eat.
No!
All right.
What's wrong?
She seems to be upset about something. Let's ask her if there's anything we can do to help.
Right you are, Professor.
I smell bread and a puzzle.
Mm.
Oh, there's the bodies.
So hot.
Those bodies are so hot. Oh, it's gotta be in those kegs. It's always in the kegs. They love the keg. Really? Wow.
What about the vase?
Ooh. Indeed, indeed. Okay. The oars, maybe? Those aren't
The
oars.
oars.
Those are fucking bread
Like
baking
bread-
paddles.
What they call them?
I don't know.
Spatulas, I think.
Yeah, I'll do it.
What's the matter, Miss Fay?
It's these loaves of bread. And after I'd arranged them so nicely, too. So Nick's fault! He's pounding messed up everything!
Me? But I was only kneading the dough.
What am I gonna do? I have to fix this before the boss gets back!
That's most unfortunate. Perhaps we can lend you a helping hand.
Really? Thanks a lot. You're doing me the biggest favor in the world.
Maya, you could try to show a little restraint sometimes, you know?
Not at all. Helping those in need is the duty of any true general.
Not only that, but if we all chip in and help, we'll soon have it all sorted out.
Totally. We should all help each other out in times of need, right?
Puzzle.
Friendship.
Friendship puzzle. Whoa.
Oh, jeez.
Use your loaf. 40 picarats?
I'll use my noodle.
Yo, I got this. Hold up. Hang on.
Alright.
I'm going old school.
40 picarats.
The neatly placed loaves of bread on display at the front of the bakery were thrown into disarray. In the process, It seems an extra loaf managed to find its way among the bunch. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. At the picture on the top screen.
Ha!
And find the extra loaf of bread.
I can click.
Place it into the basket once you found it.
You sound dumb without the effect.
Oh. You turned off the filter! No! No! Oh, that's so embarrassing! You turned
Should have never gave me mouse control.
You're
What even is the filter? How do you do that?
he just clicked randomly. It's on my other monitor.
It was just hovering over the button, I guess.
Yeah, it was.
That's very good.
That was fucked up, man.
Very good.
What is happening right now? Particular kind of puzzle requires you to manipulate objects on the screen, touch the end of the stuff, and do stuff with them.
Okay.
I'm gonna find
Sure.
which bread doesn't belong or something.
Okay.
Which bread doesn't belong? Well, there's one that one, and there's one that one, there's one that one, and then there's 4 of these, and then there's these 2 that are covered up.
I mean, there's only one without any toppings. Is that the one?
Oh, this one has double toppings. This might be the extra loaf. Also, there's slits in the bread that
Yeah, but
need
that
to
one-
match
that-
up.
That one in the top right could have double toppings as well if you move it. No, the other one. I mean, okay, never mind.
Yo.
We also
Move
gotta
the extra loaf.
we gotta think of the bread slices too. The slices in the bread.
I mean, what about the fact that that one has no toppings?
Fuck.
Dude, this is fucking wild.
All right, this one's legit. This one right here,
Uh-huh.
it belongs. This is this one right here.
You know what?
Huh?
If you really look at it, I feel like that naked one is it.
Like, but
That
that,
one
seems
right there.
so
But this
obvious.
naked one could be this one on the top right.
Yeah,
in
but
the
if you look
picture.
at it, does it really look like it though?
Oh, I just realized we're comparing the top to the bottom. I thought you were just comparing everything on the bottom to each other.
But what about the one with the double? There are no doubles up top.
Yeah, but it
But
could
what
be
if it's
covering
this
one of the
one?
bottoms,
Could
you
be,
know?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, the 2 on the left are legit though.
Okay.
That's confirmed.
Okay. So we're segregating the good and the bad.
Wait. Check out that lemon one all the way on the right. That's legit because that's in the top photo.
All right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's the 1 second from the left.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay.
Is the
Also,
one- Oh, there he is. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is the one
there you
that's
go.
at the
That's
top.
good. Yep.
All right, so these are our culprits so far.
okay.
That bottom one definitely looks like it has purple on it.
This one here.
No,
Oh,
the
you mean in
bottom,
the picture.
bottom one on the top that's covered by the lemon.
Right.
This is so confusing without like being able to point.
I do.
I mean, it could be this one right here.
I do think that bottom right lemon might be it.
Yeah, I'm
You
looking
see
at that
it?
right now, and I don't see how anyone that
In
looks like
fact,
that.
You are 100% right. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
that looks so right.
Don't worry.
Snake.
Leave this one to me.
Snake.
Nice.
He's Luke after all.
Professor, I did it!
Layton's apprentice saves the day. Now you're using your loaf.
What'd you call me?
I said you're beautiful.
Perfect. That's exactly the way it was. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. You really saved my bacon.
It's no more than any young English gentleman would do.
You said English? What's that? And where have I heard that before?
Hey, Maya, the boss is back.
Oh shit!
Who's the boss?
Busy.
Oh shit, Patty.
Patty Bredonaise.
Yeah. Who's Patty?
Oh.
That's
I don't think
Right.
Pluto has a voice in this scene or in this room.
Alright.
Oh, hello everyone! Just as I was about wondering what the commotion was all about, I see you're back, Espella.
Welcome home, Aunt Patty.
Were Maya and Phoenix doing a proper job of minding the shop while I was gone?
Of course we did.
Oh, well,
Naturally. You know you can count on us.
They may be calling her boss, but she seems like such a warm and friendly person.
She certainly does look. And she has a heartwarming smile, too.
Oh, such flattery. You're just trying to make me blush.
I'm trying to get a free room.
By the way, Espella, are these two gentlemen customers of ours?
These two are friends of mine. They kindly helped me out once in the past. Oh, so happy to see them again. I invited them here.
Pleased to meet you, madam. My name's Herschel Layton.
And I'm Luke Triton. Where do you keep your knives?
Is that so? It seems Espella is indebted to you both, so it's certainly a pleasure to meet you both. As a thank you from me for helping Espella, please feel free to stay as long as you like. We just happen to have an empty room that you're welcome to use if you wish.
Thank you for your kind offer, milady.
Oh, yes, I imagine you must be feeling hungry.
Well, actually, I'm more than a little peckish.
Did you just flip a knife open?
Ah, you don't say. Well, in that case, let me offer you something special. My very own creation.
They do peep people on the bread. Aha, wonderful. And does that have face baked on the surface? Delicious. Oh, back in her butt.
Yes, I'm proud of it. I use a secret technique to make it extra fluffy.
Only the best for our special guests.
This is great.
Still, we don't really have a whole lot to offer, only bread.
Only bread?
Uh-oh.
I mean...
Hey, Spilla, shouldn't you show our guests to their rooms? Let's just forget the bread.
Get the bread?
I mean...
Mr. Layton, Luke, let's go upstairs now.
I want to walk.
Just trust me, come on.
Oh man, this is scary.
Only bread? You two really expect to become fully fledged bakers someday? Any more of this half-baked attitude, I'll throw you in the oven until you're both done.
Well done.
Jesus.
We're dead.
I didn't expect that.
I'm sorry, she's usually so kind of gentle. But when it comes to bread,
I suppose it shows how dedicated she is to her craft.
I guess it must be fun to live in such a lively place, though.
yes, it is. Thanks to them, I enjoy living here as much as I do. Mrs. Eclair's always so cheerful and kind to me.
Patty Eclair.
And Maya and Mr. Wright are so energetic. Maya especially.
It's certainly an interesting group, particularly those two. But Espella, what about your family? Where do they live?
It's a bit complicated.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
What the fuck?
Meow.
Aw, Eve.
Meow.
What's the matter, Eve? You hungry?
That's a witch!
It does have the eyes of the witch, doesn't
It's
it?
Dark Claw!
Yeah, it's evil.
Sorry, it's my dark claw. Must be supper time.
I see. Please, go ahead. Don't mind us. Remember Darklaw has kitty ears?
Oh, yeah.
true.
Oh, that totally is. You're right.
Meow.
It even sounds like her.
Oh, shit.
Who put that in the supper? Who did?
I don't know. Maybe Darkclaw dropped it into her supper.
Oh my god. I would say saucer, but I'm an idiot.
Supper saucer.
Supper saucer.
It's such a cute cat. So well behaved and clever, too.
Thank you. Eve's a real friend.
Meow.
Oh, I'm sorry they kept y'all waiting. Mr. Layton, you wanted to ask you something, didn't you?
Let
What
me
was
ask
it
you
you wanted
something.
to know? Let me ask you something.
Well, there's a few things. Perhaps I'd better ask them one at a time. It may take a little while if you can spare the time.
Yes, of course. Anything I can do to help.
Thank you, milady. Well then, first off, what I want to ask the spell about is...
Holy shit, it is a cross-examination.
Could you tell us again what happened between the time you were separated in London and your returning to Labyrinthia? You said you can't clearly recall what happened to you, is that right?
No, I can't. When I came to you, I was back here in Labyrinthia. I can remember everything up until I boarded that cargo ship. But after that, I just can't seem to remember how I got back here. Seems the townsfolk didn't even notice I'd been away. I almost thought the whole thing must have been a crazy dream. Till you appeared here in Labyrinthia. Seems I wasn't dreaming after all.
Yes, indeed. It did happen. You came to my office, and then the witch came for you.
Look at his fucking mouth. It's a kitty.
Mm.
Oh my god.
So does that mean the witch brought Isabella back to Labyrinthia?
Well, I suppose so, but why was I in London in the first place? Why did I meet you two gentlemen? And why was the witch after me? I can't seem to remember why. Let me ask this cat.
Isabella, you and Carmine were running away from the witches, weren't you?
Carmine? Anthony?
Do you mean to say you don't remember being in London with Carmine?
Carmine took you with him and tried to escape from this town.
Carmine. Go
It's
ahead.
in New York, by the way.
Okay, pause all things. Can we just imagine Professor Layton in real life looking how he does here with those black eyes?
It looks just like Ness.
It'd be so scary if
You're
he's
a demon.
real. Yeah. Fuck, man. And she's okay with it. Because she looks way different. It's wild.
Carmine, take me to an escape. I'm sorry, but I do have a... Why was I in London? I just can't seem to remember.
Hmm.
The other thing.
Do you remember this letter, Isabella?
A letter?
Yes. Carmine gave you this letter to instructed you to bring it to me. You followed his advice and brought it to me in my office.
The letter. Can I take a closer look at it?
Yes, of course.
Do you think she has like magnifying vision, like zoom features?
Oh, shit.
No.
Do you remember anything?
I don't remember the letter, but this writing does somehow look a bit familiar. I do have a feeling there was someone next to me.
Oh no.
Isabella, are you alright?
I think I remember. I remember Carmine.
You won't.
You're right. I know Carmine. I know that some bitch is. Carmine was in here in town. In fact, he was in this very shop.
In this shop, Isabella.
But according to the townsfolk, they've never even heard of him.
Yes, that's right. What they say contradicts what I remember.
Holy shit. He wrote him out of the story.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm finding it so difficult to trust my own memories.
Please don't let that deter you. We'd be grateful to hear what you know. Please, do let us know what you can recall.
According to my memory, Carmine was working here in his bakery.
But there are already 2 workers in this shop, right? Mr. Wright and Maya.
Those 2 have also been working here making bread for some time now. Or at least I'm quite sure that must be the case. Mrs. Eclair and anyone else around here would tell you so. That's why I put no faith in my memory.
This difference in perception is certainly intriguing. And the fact that Carmine worked here has me somewhat curious.
Do you think all the townsfolk could just be pretending not to know? I mean, maybe Carmine really was here and they're acting like they don't remember. Maybe they rebuilt Nibelheim. After all, he did mention in that letter that he wrote that he escaped from Labyrinthia. How about we go and ask a few people around the town?
No, Luke, I don't think that's a good idea. As you are no doubt well aware by now, a single word out of this place can be enough to bring in the knights against us.
Not only that, but I cannot believe that Mrs. Eclair would pretend not to know him. She's always so straight with people. She's never two-faced.
I see. We'll see about that.
Perhaps, Luke. Perhaps. We should be thankful that she took care of him.
Yes, you're right, of course, Professor.
And by the way, in that letter, Carmine claimed that the town held a mysterious secret. He implied that he wanted me to solve Labyrinthia's mystery. Do you have any idea what that mystery could be?
Labyrinth is a mystery? I'm sorry, I've never even suspected this town holds any secrets.
Then what could it have been that Carmine was investigating?
What was Carmine investigating? Oh, I think I know what it might have been. One time Carmine asked me this. You see, why is it that whenever there's written by a storyteller in the story, Labyrinthia always becomes fact? That puzzle can be, oh shit, then we will be unravel the mystery of Labyrinthia, he said.
So Carmine didn't believe that's what's written must always come true either.
Well, I'm not sure, but
But what?
it's only natural that's what's written in the book must become true. And it's hard for me to believe that you and Carmine could both doubt this.
Well, speaking for myself, I can't just believe it so easily.
Nevertheless, to the people of Labyrinthia, it appears to be a matter of common sense. Which is why those knights treated us with such suspicion.
That's true, but
Are you saying that in your London there's no story?
Well, there are certainly none of them that come true, as the Historia Labyrinthia does. In the world as we know it, such a notion is inconceivable.
As I suspected. Carmine is from the same London as y'all. So I suppose it makes perfect sense you all think that way.
Incidentally, what action did Carmine take after he came to suspect the story?
Well, Carmine often visited the Great Archive. Don't even
The
fucking say
Great-
anything. I know you want to say Duke.
Duke's Archives?
Yes, that's where all the volumes of the story are kept.
You mean all previous volumes too?
Yes, every volume of the story so far. All of them.
I see. In other words, he wanted to confirm the authenticity of the story.
But Professor, surely he wouldn't be in trouble with the witches just for looking at some books.
As I recall, in the letter he sent me, he wrote, I realized the town held a mysterious secret and decided to get to the bottom of it. But before I could, they found me.
Guys, I dropped my plastic water bottle cap.
Oh my god, it's over.
I know.
no. Oh no.
I
Fuck.
believe that's what it was. Which probably means it wasn't just ordinary books that he was investigating. It's quite likely the books had something to do with the witches.
So you mean Carmine came close to unraveling Labyrinthia's mystery? And therefore became the witch's target? That is what you are suggesting, sir.
I believe that is highly probable, my lady.
But why the witches?
His lady, have there been other stories involving witches before this?
Ah, yes, there have been many stories about them. All those stories also being kept in the Great Archive.
The Duke Archive. Oh god. Stories about the witches are no doubt a source of considerable fear for the townsfolk. So why is it deemed necessary to keep such stories in the Great Duke's Archive?
They're important information for the Inquisition. Their prime objective is to capture witches and protect the town.
So you're saying that in order to fight the witches, it is essential to read about them and learn their ways?
Yes, that's right. Stories involving the witches are under the authority of the Order of the Knights. And the Order of the Knights was established to protect the town of Labyrinthia.
Orpheus.
The storyteller, the Order of the Knights, and the Inquisition, they're the ones who govern this here town. The entire fate of Labyrinthia is decided by the Creator, also known as Tyler. That personage is the weaver of all life here in Labyrinthia, including the current horrifying story involving the actions of a bitch. And then falls to the Order of the Knights to protect the townsfolk from such events. The Knights not only protect the people, but also act as the storyteller's guard. And finally, the Inquisition is responsible for being a mediocre Dragon Age game. That is the manner in which this town is managed and order is maintained.
All right.
So much exposition.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. It was the Order of the Knights keeping peace during the parade we saw.
That's right, the storyteller holds those parades from time to time.
This is taking
He gives the townsfolk the story that will determine the
forever.
fate from the time onwards. Holy fuck, this story of time involved a witch, which explains why the knights were on such high alert. I don't want to explain this through gameplay, I just want to say it all right now. I wonder what spells could be used this time. If only we could check in that book.
Just a moment, Espella. What was it you just said? Do you mean that there is a book about magic?
Yes, in the Great Archive, describes all the spells that provide the witches with the wicked power. It is a special book used by the Knights of the Inquisition to aid in their investigations.
That's it. That's what Carmen is interested in. And the investigation of the witch power. Of course, it is possible to get the girls out of the secret and the drum.
You guys should submit this run to GDQ. Speed reading run.
And that's why the witches like.
Indeed, Luke. That may be why the reason. The stories are respected by the people and the witches whom they fear. There could be certain secret connecting these two in some way.
Oh my god, what could it
And
be?
then Espella died.
Why do they fade to black there?
I guess just to change the music.
I guess so.
Thanks, Espella. It seems we now know where to begin our investigation. The archives.
I wish the exposition was still going on. I wish it faded to black just to like load the next 18 minutes. You should have read ads during that exposition.
Oh god.
Yes, indeed. The book about magic resides there. May well provide valuable clue towards the unraveling of the mystery of Labyrinthia.
We better get going with our investigation straight away, right, Professor?
Absolutely right, Luke. Let's get the fuck out of here.
How much Layton?
What the fuck is it?
Please stay along with you.
Nuh-uh. It is likely Carmen's investigations are what led him to be pursued by the witches. And that is the case, the path of the tread may well be fought with danger.
Even so, I really like that.
Oh, shit.
talking to you both like this. It just really wanted to make me kill myself. I too have come to believe there's much to the secret of this town.